For me, yoga is union with God, heart, soul, mind, and spirit. One breath at a time, one movement at a time. It's an invitation to release the chaos that the world hands us back to the foot of the cross.
Hello, beautiful people. I am Alisha Payne with the Woman Up Nation, here to elevate, educate, and empower women all across the world. I keep putting that out there, all across the world, to walk in their purpose, to live in their passion, and to operate in their power. The Woman Up Nation loves to showcase incredible women who are doing all three: walking in their purpose, living in their passion, and operating in their power. Today's guest exemplifies our mission. She is a beautiful spirit whose very presence really radiates peace. This is Mrs. Michelle Brinkley. I'm excited to have you on today. I know this is going to be a good episode because you are just one of those women that I watch. There's certain women that breeze in and out of your life some way or another, but you are one of those beautiful spirits that I watch, and you really operate in your purpose. You're walking in it. You are a certified, and I want to get this right, certified international yoga therapist. And you're also a registered Christian yoga therapist whose passion is to see lives restored by the power of the Holy Spirit through meditation, body awareness, and intentional movement through yoga. I mean, you get all that through yoga. You clearly are a woman who's walking in your purpose. I should say that first. Welcome to the Woman Up Nation. And how are you, Miss Michelle?
I'm doing quite well today. I appreciate you having me on. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you for being my guest, or our guest, I should say. Tell me this. I'm just going to jump right into it. Yoga. How did you become interested in yoga?
Well, to be quite honest, it was actually a gift. For Christmas of 2007, I was gifted a beginner's yoga set and a 10-class pass by my sisters. It was a traditional yoga studio that was local. I had 2 young children at the time. I was isolated. I was depressed. I was definitely moving in my strengths as a wife and as a mother, but I hadn't lost track of who Michelle was.
Yeah.
So my sisters gave this gift to me and said, we think these might be your bendy people. So I started attending classes in January of 2008. At the time, I was on antidepressant medication, and I was not happy in my post-baby body. My value was displaced into my family, and I was not fully embodying my faith at the time either. So yoga taught me how to come back home to myself. So that's how I started the practice.
That's what, I didn't expect you to go into that depth of your beginning journey with yoga. But you hit on a couple points that I just can't just let go. One, you were talking about not feeling quite yourself. Do we as women, we really take on a lot in life, and this is not to discredit what our husbands do for our families, but we really take on the nurturing aspect and making sure that everybody feels good in their home. Your family is where they need to be at all times, and somehow how we lose ourselves. I heard you say that, how you lost yourself. And so you're saying that yoga, this gift that your sisters gave you, this incredible gift, help you find yourself and help you ground yourself. Wow.
Yeah, it brought me back to a place where I was in a sacred 2 by 6 foot space where I was alone, but I was together with other women, and I was able to experience how it felt living in my body again.
And that you mentioned also like a postpartum period. You find that that's pretty difficult when women are trying to juggle, especially as new mothers, trying to juggle life as they once knew it and now this newness of life with this new baby and still all the responsibilities. So you found that in doing all, the things that your family needed you to do, you found yourself alone. And so yoga brought you back. I keep hearing you say that. Yoga brought me back. Sounds like not only did it bring you back, but like sometimes things bring us back better.
Yes, I had gotten to a place where I saw taking time for myself was selfish. And instead, this idea of coming home into my body enabled me to see that alone time was actually self-kindness.
Yes, self-kindness. That's a beautiful way to put it. Because I believe, and I'm sure you do too, we have to be good to ourselves before we could truly be present and the best for others. I didn't know yoga did all this. But
it did for me.
It did for you. And you know what? I hear a lot of people who have taken yoga or are still in the lifestyle say pretty much similar things, how yoga has grounded them. I hear that a lot, grounded. They become grounded in doing yoga. You have this MWB yoga. MWB. What does MWB stand for?
Well, God moves through my life in very corny ways sometimes. So MWB are not only my initials, but through a time of meditation, he told me that they are also very resonant with the things that I stand for: movement, worship, and breath. And it was these three elements that were very pivotal to my healing and my development in my relationship with Jesus.
Why are these three elements so important to you as a yoga instructor?
Absolutely. So in searching for Christ, at the same time I was actually starting my yoga practice, I became very enamored with this idea that God came to the earth through Jesus in a body. And I was allowed to take care of my body because he showed us that taking care of our body was important. We are called to be his hands and his feet.
Yes.
And the way that I move in my body and the way that I move through community is being hands and feet, right?
Right.
Showing the way of Christ to the world. Worship to me is dedicating every fiber of my being to Christ. It is this idea of acknowledging that the way that I feel within myself is going to then kind of exemplify how I'm moving through the world.
Yes.
And if I am not honoring those delicate places where Christ is, right, which to me is worship,
right,
then things are obviously going to be off kilter a little bit.
Yes.
And then breath. When we first enter the world, we take, this big inhale, and then we start crying. And then the last thing that we do upon our deathbed is this exhale. And so all the things in between, it's this rhythm of breath.
Wow.
And for me, the name of God, Yahweh, is present on every breath that we take. So that if we take a full, deep inhale and exhale, then we can hear the name of God.
Yes.
And so all of these things to me, all these pieces are, for me, very pivotal in my relationship with God and staying present with him.
I'm grateful to you for sharing that piece with us, because I had heard about the breath. When you breathe in and breathe out, you're breathing God. That's powerful.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That gave me little chills. That gave me chills. You spoke about already the benefits of yoga. What are some of the other benefits that you see that people have or people acquire in taking yoga?
Sure. Yoga is, in the West, mostly seen as a very physical practice. And on physical aspects, for me, I came into the practice with a destroyed pelvic floor because I had just had 2 children.
Yes.
So I was able to regain control there to where I can get back on a trampoline again.
Wow.
Which is, for me, very exciting. My feet were flat. So I've actually developed arches in the bottom of my feet, which then prohibit lower back pain from developing and shoulder issues. But that's, just some of the physical stuff. Mental and emotional benefits, it teaches me to create a little more space.
Yes.
The practice of yoga, if I am being bombarded by the chaos of this world, I have learned to develop this opportunity to breathe, pause, reorient, and reset before I start entering into some of the overthinking patterns or some of the emotional outbursts or some of those different things. So there's mood enhancement. One of the things I like to tell my students, especially those on Tuesday evening, is sleep well. Because one of the benefits of a yoga practice is that you sleep better.
I like that. I like it.
And then there's community and lifestyle support. It's this idea that when you go into a yoga practice, you're all breathing together. You're moving together. You're having an independent experience in the midst of community. So it helps you to develop a more community-oriented lifestyle while appreciating yourself a little bit more.
Breathe, pause, reorient, reset. Did I get that right?
Absolutely.
Wow. Those are powerful words. Would you agree that as women, we don't take the time, we don't take enough time to do those things? We're good about moving about and making things happen all day long. But just to sit in that, even if it's for a minute, I'm good about minute things. So taking the minute pauses throughout the day. But I had to train myself to be intentional about that. Would you say that you see a lot of women in your class that are learning these techniques? Women who have never learned to breathe and reorient and reset and to restore.
Absolutely. Yeah, when I tell them rest is productive,
Yes.
there is sometimes confusion. And I'm like, it is. Rest is productive.
But because we've been in such a busy state, for so long, it's hard for us to get to that place of rest until somebody like you, some amazing soul comes along and say, but your body requires it. And if God rested, God requires us to rest as well. Now, Miss Michelle, tell me what kind of classes you offer.
Well, when I was younger, I really enjoyed power yoga, right? I really enjoyed sweating it out and doing that kind of thing. But now that I'm moving into my mid-40s, I have really enjoyed slowing down and the value in slowing down. So my practices are now gentle yoga classes. Gentle does not mean easy.
Okay.
Because just like we were saying, right, slowing down can be really hard for people.
Yes.
So we try to go slow. We try to get deep. And it's this invitation to release tension, both in the mind and in the body, and choose actively to surrender.
Choose actively to surrender. Expound on that.
So when we get into any kind of a shape, whatever it is that you're doing, like if you're sitting even at your desk through the day, you can ask yourself, where can I work less but maintain this posture? Like there can be times that you're clenching your toes and you don't need to. Or your thigh.
Right.
Or you have tension in your shoulders and you don't need to.
And you teach these techniques?
That's what we go through in gentle yoga practices. It's this idea of where can I work less but maintain this shape?
I bet if we were intentional and we thought about all the things that have us bottled up inside, like, when you just said that, I did this quick check and I felt my release. Because we can be fidgety and we not so much anxious, but just engaging in our body that's not healthy. And I hope I'm sitting up a little straighter since you said that.
Right? You know, another simple thing is we find ourselves getting anxious.
Right.
Like we might be doing really productive and great things, but we're like gaining this anxiety.
Right.
And it's like, why? Well, maybe you're bringing your breath up into your chest instead of inviting it all the way down into your belly. Don't know.
Yeah, you don't know that. So that's why it's so important for us who want to live better lives and make sure that we're taking care of our temple, because this is our temple that God has given us, and to make sure that we are where we're supposed to be at mentally, emotionally, of course, spiritually and physically. Yoga sounds like it's a good, low-key way of inviting peace into your whole being.
For me, yoga is union with God, heart, soul, mind, and spirit. One breath at a time, one movement at a time. And it's an invitation to release the chaos that the world hands us back to the flow.
Powerful.
Yes. I also do one-on-one yoga therapy sessions with individuals. That's an opportunity where I can tailor specific somatic practices to individuals in order to help aid in their healing processes. So sometimes that's people that have had surgery and they've gone through physical therapy, and I'm just bringing a more holistic version of healing.
Yes,
like a physical therapist will do the body, but I will then incorporate all the other pieces, right?
I love it.
And sometimes it's individuals that have lost faith in the Western medical model, and they just want to try something totally different.
Yes.
Sometimes it's helping people to relate to themselves the way that I needed to learn how to relate to myself, just in a more private setting.
So you hear your body, and you feel your body, and you see the changes in your body. You know, when you and I know this to be true. You had mentioned journeying into your 40s, which is surprising to me because I had you much younger than that. Although 40 is young, but you know what I mean. And I believe part of that has to do with the fact that you practice, and this is not just a practice; it's a lifestyle for you. This yoga is a lifestyle for you. Where can people find you? Because that's so important.
Right. So my website is MWByoga.com.
Okay.
My email address is my name, Michelle W. Brinkley at yahoo.com.
Okay.
And my Facebook is at MWB on there.
We'll make sure that we put the information that you give us out there to the people who need to hear. I want to ask you this. What would be the last words you would give to someone who's thinking about starting yoga, starting this journey? Because it's not just a thing that you do once or twice. This could be a lifestyle, right? What word or last words would you say to a person who want to start this journey of yoga?
The first step is the hardest. Starting something new is intimidating for all of us. But just some simple pointers, right? If you're going to start going to a yoga class, know what your intention is. Know why you're going, and then come back to that why on a regular basis. Wear comfortable clothes. You don't have to have specific yoga gear, but probably not jeans.
Okay.
You want to get to your first class about 10 minutes early so that you have time to scope out the space.
Yeah.
In a yoga practice, you spend a lot of time with your eyes closed. So make sure that you're familiar with your space, that you feel comfortable and that you feel safe. Honor others. Turn off your phone.
Yeah.
And remember, it's called a practice. It's not a competition with yourself or with anybody else in the room.
Oh, that's good.
It's not competitive with the right side or left side of your body.
Right.
It's not competitive with the last time you got on the mat to the next time. Every day is different. Every morning we're made new. And then just remember that everything that your teacher offers you is optional. You are the only one that gets to live in your body, so honor that.
Say that one more time.
Yeah, you are the only one who gets to live in your body. So honor it.
On that word of wisdom, I say thank you so much for joining me on the Woman Up Nation. This has been so enlightening. Sometimes we think we know things and we have no idea what it takes to make those things happen. And this is how I feel with you. You are just a beautiful human being on the inside and out, and on the outside in the in. I just thank you so much for sharing this time with us on the Woman Up Nation. Continue to allow your light to shine because it's shining so brightly. Thank you again. You have a beautiful rest of your day.
You as well.